Wow! Look at that back there! I wasn't expecting mist or smoke on the water today, but it's actually cold enough. It's about 8 degrees, and I'm only in this shirt, t-shirt and shorts, and I'm pretty cold. Because I don't realise how cold it gets in the morning compared to when it's like 30 degrees in the day in summer. So next time I'll bring a North Face, just in case this happens again. But yeah, I'm in a lovely little forest named the Bellevue Forest. Absolutely beautiful forest upon Dartmoor, and it's got this beautiful lush river flowing through it with an old staple bridge and an old bridge here. It's absolutely beautiful. And it's about 4:30 right now, and I thought I'd get here a bit early to try and find potential cod positions, because I knew I'd struggle a bit here because there's so much to shoot. So I'm going up here now, past the bridge, and as you can see there's mist all over the place along here. It's not so much down there, but down there I reckon the mist is going to go through the tunnel of the bridge. It's going to be amazing, so I'm going to get that in there. But I'm not sure if I should take a photo now of this while the mist is hit, or wait a little longer, because I think it will probably stay around, and I can wait for the sun to come up here, because the sun will come up here and it will shine directly down on the scene. It will be amazing. So that's what I think I might do. And for now, I'm going to try and find the shot I want. It's the main shot I want. And yeah, we've still got a little while. I don't actually know what time it is. I just went to check my watch and I don't have it on me. What a beautiful little spot. Right, so I think I'm balanced. But if you want to get a real good river shot, there's only one thing you can do, and that's get in the river itself. Everyone's taking photos by the side of the river because they don't want to get themselves wet, but you've got to take the risk. And if you want to get the best shot, you've got to be centred. It's absolutely beautiful, and it's got so much symmetry in it, because we've got this old bridge. I forget the name of it, but it's the original one, and it's medieval, it's ancient. But the middle piece is missing, and it's broken. So it's telling you a story. And each side, we've got 2 arches that cover both the left and right arch of the bridge. And in the middle, we've got the arch of the new bridge, which is leading you to this beautiful mist, the unknown. Absolutely beautiful, and yeah, it's perfect. The river is so subtle that you can get quite a lot of reflections as well, so that's going to add to the symmetry, and it's going to be one hell of a shot, I reckon. And for the sun, that's probably going to take over an hour to get to us, because I think there might be a bank of clouds as well, unfortunately, but we don't really need the sun in this shot. I'm going to get a shot without the sun and with the sun, because it's a beautiful clear day, and once that sun gets behind that initial bank of cloud, we're going to have it forever. And yeah, we'll head downriver, see what else we can shoot, but for now I've got to try and set my tripod right here. Ah! Am I missing something? My bloody tripod! Damn it! Right. Back to the car. I mean, it's not a bad thing. It's not like I got here and the sun is out. This is why it's so goddamn important to be prepared. Oh my god, I've forgotten my tripod. So a little bit back to the car as well. Right, at least I can get my phone wrong there. Yes. Oh, I'll tell you what, better not miss the camping one. Right, let's try that again, shall we? Oh, shut it! Right. Hopefully I'm in the frame. So, I just want the bridge in with that medieval bridge. Nothing else really. Surfing here. So I've zoomed into about 27mm, I'd say. And I'm getting exposure of 3.2 seconds at f16. No no ND filters on, just a polarizer to take the glare out of the water. What an absolutely beautiful shot. I'm really low because I want to get the shot which leads you through the tunnel so you can see what's on the other side. And yeah, it's working perfectly right now. Trouble is, I kind of want to get a reflection in, but I'm not too sure on what shutter speed to use. So I'm going to have a little test around and see what works best, really. Yeah, what an amazing shot this is. Not gonna lie, I got a bit impatient over there, so I was looking at the top of the valley to see if the sun was hitting, and it still wasn't. And it started moving, and it did. But now I'm over here where I started the video, and the mist is still here, luckily, and the sun is just peeking over. And it's really hard to get both this little waterfall and the sun in the competition. You know, it's not exactly what I wanted. I kind of wanted it facing this way against this beautiful ancient brick wall here. Getting a beautiful shot now with the brick wall and the waterfall leading you down the river over the mist. And we're just getting a bit golden light on the side of this ancient rock here, but it's not touching the waterfall, so it gives a bit of contrast. And the sun's just shining through this mist. This is what I love about mist in an early, cold morning like this. The sun shines through it and hits all the particles, so you can actually see the mist. It's like golden floating light. But it is kind of hard to capture on camera. So I've got to unpolarize the image to capture it. But yeah, what a great shot. 4 seconds exposure, f16. Don't have to say any more. Another beautiful shot in the bag. So I'm in the river again, and I'm shooting a different part of it now. I'm shooting the waterfall that I just shot a minute ago, the really miniature small waterfall. And there's mist all around me. I can just see it right in front of me. We're just getting a little bit of golden light touching a few subjects over there in the background. Nothing in the foreground. But from a foreground interest, it's just mainly all these little rocks cluttered about. And it's just mainly about that waterfall really. I probably will get a closer shot. And I'm zoomed in to 35mm. So yeah, what an absolutely beautiful scene this is. 4-second exposure, f16. Wow. I really didn't think you'd get mornings like this in June. 2nd of June now, and we're still getting mist. Wow. Couldn't believe it. Wow, are you seeing this? Oh my god. I turned around, I looked over at the forest and I was like, oh my god, that golden light hitting those trees is so beautiful. So I had to come over and shoot opposite. My initial thoughts were to go behind a tree and, you know, shoot the massive rays coming out and block the sun with the tree, which I'm going to do in a minute. But I just couldn't ignore this. It's absolutely beautiful. Nearly every tree is being hit by golden light and they're all casting beautiful shadows into this vibrant green grass. And you can't get a much better forest shot than this. You really can't. The only trouble I'm having is I've got to kind of disguise myself in the shadow of this tree. Because obviously when you shoot something in the morning like this, the shadows are really long, and pretty much if you get in the way of the sun, your shadow's going to be there. So yeah, I'm hiding behind that tree behind you and I just about sit in the shadow of it. So I'm getting a bit of sky in, I really can't get rid of that. And if I zoom in and don't want to do that. So yeah, 5-second exposure, f16. Got the polar, got the ND filters on. I'm not really going to take them off, it's not necessary. But yeah, what an absolutely beautiful shot. I'm considering doing a pano because that way I can get a lot of these trees in without getting that horrible blue sky in. So that's what I'm going to do. I see most people do. I'm terrible with panos. I haven't done them very often because they always mess up. Most people do their panos in portrait mode, but I don't want it to be long because of the sky. So I'm going to do mine in landscape, and there's this tree stump in the middle of the frame. I'm going to use that as my point where I'm going to get the next photo. So it's going to be two 16:9 landscape photos, and hopefully it goes well. If it doesn't, then the image is not going to show up. Right, so if you've been watching my bluebell videos, you'll know that the shot I really wanted to get for my bluebell shot, my main shot for my calendar, was pretty much just like this. A forest of beautiful, massive trees with bluebells scattered everywhere on a flat. and summer which was flat, because most of my shots were on a bloody like valley or tilted, or it's horrible. But this was one of my locations that I considered to do bluebells at, but as you can see, there's none. No bluebells grow here, unfortunately. And it's such a beautiful woodland, and with bluebells it could just be that much better. You always pick the best time to run out of charge, don't you, camera? Terrible battery on the M50. You would know if you had one. As I was saying, this image is very So what I'm doing is very obvious. I'm blocking out the sun with this massive, beautiful pine tree here. And these trees here are absolutely beautiful. They're massive. I've never seen trees so big. I'm sure you can get pine trees bigger somewhere else, like the redwood forest in California, which I think I'm going to in a few years. I'm not sure though. It might not be happening now. But yeah, what a great shot. And then pretty much just wasting time for the sun to be high enough to hit the bridge over there. It should do that in about a couple of minutes. I think it might be too harsh after that, but I'm going to walk down the river a bit and see what we can find. So I just found, oh my god, you're tilted. I really do need to get a new tripod. This is half the time why my images crop half my head off, because I have to level the bloody thing up during post-production. Right, so I found this very abstract and beautiful image. It may not be the best image, but it's just something a bit different and weird. We've got this really old, decrepit pine tree that's been dead for years, and it's barely even standing, but it lines up perfectly with this beautiful pine tree here. It's probably one of the most beautiful ones here, because its leaves are very low and they're being hit by the sun, so it's absolutely perfect. I'm not going to miss this opportunity right now. Those leaves are being lit up by that golden light, and you're not going to really notice that it's sort of like an optical illusion. You're not going to notice that this old dead tree is in front of this thriving, beautiful, massive pine tree unless you really look at the image. And I love these images that just line up perfectly like this. So yeah, you'll see in a minute. 3.5 second exposure, f16 portrait. We are getting this tree in a bit, but I'm just going to narrow the shot in post-production. So, back at the bridge now. The sun's still not hitting it quite, but I have got some bad news. Mist has almost completely gone. There's a tiny little bit in the background, but now the temperature has risen. It's not going to be produced anymore off the water, because the water was warmer than the air, and now they're probably about equal. So yeah, it's not going to produce any more mist now, that's it. So the last little bits are clinging around, and they'll soon vaporise and go into the air. But it's not really a problem, because that's what makes the last image worth shooting from here. Because if there was no mist and I shot that image, it wouldn't be worth it, because I'll come here and get a better shot with the light. So that makes that image unique now, so I'm actually kind of happy about that. and to be honest, this image is great as it is. So I'm going to get this shot here initially with no light on the bridge, because through the bridge there's light and it's hitting loads of foliage and the river, and the foliage is also reflecting off the water. So pretty much it's a contrast between shadow and light, and absolutely beautiful, and it's sort of symbolic of a light at the end of the tunnel. So yeah, f16, 3.2 second exposure, ISO 100. Wow, just finally one of these little trips I take out actually goes well on both sunset and sunrise. The last two ones have been disappointing with sunrise, but an absolute delight for sunset. What a great day out I've had. I mean, I met Lee and we bonded and we chatted about photography, and yeah, I didn't even realise I was doing the photography, because most of the time I was just chatting to him and I was just enjoying, you know, speaking to someone that I don't know. It really did help me get more perspective on the community and how great most of us actually are, most of you actually are. Like, the comments you guys leave on my videos, just, it's my main motivation, it really is. Like, when I was burnt out, I just kept seeing such great comments, and it just made me want to go out, and that's when I managed to put out the fire, you know, come back from the ashes. So yeah, thank you guys so much, and I'm really trying to improve my photography videos for you, because the standard of quality that I've been doing, it's just not good enough, I think. And I really do need a bit more effort in. Like, most of my morning photography things, because I'm just so tired and worn out, I just don't put any effort in, but I've just really got to discipline myself to do it. I've had 1 hour sleep today, so it's better than the last two times. But there's only 4 hours left when I got to the location anyway, till sunrise, so until I had to get up. So yeah, I couldn't get much sleep anyway. But anytime I do these, I just go back and sleep in my bed for a couple of hours. As you can see, the sun is finally hitting that ancient bridge. And right, I'm going to get a shot right now because it's a contrast between the light on the ancient bridge and virtually not much light on the new bridge. So it's going to contrast really well. Oh my god, absolutely amazing. 1/6 of a second, f16. Might have to put on another polarizer in a minute. Wow, what an amazing shot. The contrast is just, die for. Jesus Christ. I don't think, you know what, I don't think I want the sun to actually hit the new bridge now, because that contrast is just so bloody nice. I don't want it to hit. Ooh. And wow, I think that's as good as it's going to get, to be honest with you. I really do. The midges are back now. I think it's time to move on. And we're not going to get much better than that. Wow. Yes! Oh, it's absolutely amazing. I could walk out there for hours actually. Just walk along this river for hours, but not today. You know, what a beautiful scene here. We're just getting past where the light is nice, golden and warm, into where it's harsh and horrible for about 6 or 7 hours of the day until obviously sunset. So it's probably the last few shots I can actually do because it's getting way too harsh now. Absolutely beautiful shot here. We got these massive pine trees. I can't even get them in frame, but I probably will. I'll probably go for a portrait shot of this. The portrait won't be wide enough, so I'll probably have to do a portrait panel. But that's not too much problem. But yeah, beautiful S-curve river here with this lovely sapling here, just leaning into the scene. And although it's kind of clustered because of the trees in the back, it's still a great subject. And then we got these rock stacks, and I'm doing a shot for my dad because I know how much he loves rock stacks, and I know how much he wouldn't want them destroying, even though that's what he does every time. But yeah, besides that, absolutely beautiful shot. F16, 1.6 seconds. I'm getting a closer shot of these balanced rocks here, and the sapling is sort of, one of the branches that come out is sort of flat, and it goes over the top of these balanced rocks, and it's sort of framing it really. So it acts as a really nice frame that curls over these little balanced rocks. Although they're man-made, they're still really nice, and I don't really have anything against them, to be honest. They do make for some really nice foreground interest. I can get some beautiful reflections right now, and are absolutely beautiful. 1.3 second exposure, f16, absolute mint. So I tell you what, I honestly could just keep walking along that path there, because it's just so beautiful along there, but there's a number of reasons why I can't do that. Number one, the light is just going to get harsher and harsher. And number two, I've got to get back, get some sleep. And yeah. But hey ho, save it for another time. But I'm going to save it for another time, because I don't want to shoot this all at once. It's such a beautiful location here, and there's so much more to shoot. So I'll definitely be coming back at some point. Some point next year, I reckon. Maybe a bit earlier in the year, so I get some frost around here. Oh, absolutely beautiful if I get some beautiful frost. So yeah, that's going to be it for today, guys. I really hope you enjoyed these couple of videos. It's been a couple of the best shots it's been a couple of the best shoots I've ever done. Yeah, it wasn't amazing sun. It wasn't an amazing sunset or sunrise, but I've just had a really good experience, I guess, meeting Lee. And then this morning I got so many bloody photos. I expected to get one or two maybe, but I got so many photos, and yeah, it's really successful. Couple of days. Well, it wasn't really a couple of days, just a day. But yeah, that's going to be it for me today, and I really do hope you enjoyed the video. And please like, please subscribe, and comment down below what you think of the images, or you know, anything you want. But yeah, what an absolutely beautiful morning. See you next one.